to another edition of Sports Overtime, man. We are live in the mix. I am your host, Nader Murphy, alongside my co-host, Teddy G.
Whoa.
You already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's going down tonight. Big shout out to Soul Saint. He couldn't make it tonight, so big shout out to him. Saints plus Soul equals Super Bowl. Y'all already know how he holds it down, so big shout out to him. Man, we got a big show lined up tonight, Teddy G. Man, we got Saints topics. We got NBA news.
Oh, yeah.
Trae Young not playing tonight. Game about to start. But we got a special guest tonight, man. This dude knows his sports. This guy lives in New York. He's a Saints fan. Homie been holding it down for a minute, man. We got to give a big shout out. Big shout out to this man because he hit me up, Teddy G. He was like, bro, y'all got to get me on the show. Y'all got to get me on the show. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to get you on the show. Don't trip. I got you. But, man, I want to give a big shout out and welcome to Anthony Tadlock, man, here on Sports Overtime. Anthony, what is up, my man?
Yes, sir. I tell you what, I am from New York. I mean, not from New York. I do live in New York, but, man, you better let them know I'm from Kenner, Louisiana.
All right.
Right off Venice,
Kenner, bro.
Avenue.
He from Kenner, bro.
What's that?
Whoa,
They call me 20 crawfish out here.
All right.
I'm like, what? All right, but anyway, let's get at it, man. I've been waiting months to get on this show.
Man, look, I hit him up last week, Teddy G. I said, man, look, man, I got the flyer made. Let's go. He ain't never respond. I'm like, all right, we'll do it next week. It is what it is.
Bro, I'll tell you right now. I think my old lady snatched my phone and didn't want me to get on there.
Oh, that's what
happened.
She was hating, huh?
So.
She was hating, huh? All right.
Big time,
Listen, man, so let's talk about these Saints. You already know the season is around the corner, man. It is getting closer and closer. We are entering into July. You know July, when July hits, you know training camp is about to start. And it always starts around my birthday, Teddy G, around July 23rd, you know, 723.
I'm July 17th, babe.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what's up. Got you a Cancer, right?
I'm a Cancer. You wish you were a Leo,
all right. Yeah, I start the Leo season, man. So that's why.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm crazy. That's why I'm crazy. That's why I'm crazy. But
look,
go ahead.
We can talk right now, and I'm gonna ask you right now. Am I the only one that when training camp happens, I'm the most nervous person? I hate training camp because I'm on Twitter 24/7.
Right.
Who got injured? I hate training camp, man. I want to get the season started. I'm tired of and. I know y'all saw the other day, was it 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Jameis Winston
was
slinging the ball.
That's what I was actually wanting to talk about tonight. That's actually why
that's not even what impressed me.
Yeah, that's
Deontay Harris is route running.
Deontay Harris is looking good, bro. He is looking good. That's actually what I wanted to bring up first, man.
He's thick and he's quiet. He don't say nothing.
He does his thing. That's what he's a
100%.
Yeah, bro. He's a silent killer. That's the thing, man. So like you said, man, Jameis Winston was practicing in Miami this week with Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith, and Juwan Johnson. As we all know, Juwan Johnson went from wide receiver to now he is going to be playing tight end. So big shout out to him for the conversion. But listen, the one thing I want to ask you, Anthony, is, a lot of people are going back and forth on Twitter, social media, in general, just saying, hey, man, Taysom Hill really has a legitimate chance at being the starting quarterback because he's been with the Saints for so long. He knows the playbook in and out. But when you look at these off-season workouts with Jameis Winston and him building rapport with these wide receivers, it seems to me, and I don't know about you, Teddy G, but it seems to me that Jameis Winston is obviously, the guy who's going to be the starting quarterback once the season starts. Am I right or am I wrong?
Want to go, Teddy G?
No, go ahead. You go first.
Well, let me tell you something. With Taysom Hill, Sean Payton, he's a quarterback guru. He's an offensive guru. You will never put somebody that you think is going to... You ever think Drew Brees? Would you put him on special teams? Would you put him on all these other... You
no.
Don't put your quarterback, that somebody you expect to throw the ball maybe 30 times a game, maybe 25 times a game at those positions. But Drew Brees gets hurt. I know Jameis Winston steps in because I guess that was the game plan.
The 49ers game.
Let him run, but you don't sign Jameis Winston somebody that can sling the ball. He's the first round, not a first round. He's the number 1 overall draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Taysom Hill. You don't have your starting quarterback, your future starting quarterback on special teams trying to block a punt. You don't have him blocking people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a quarterback, I mean that's your throwing arm, that's your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
It takes
I'll
away.
tell you right now, there was a play. It was the Saints Vikings playoff game. Deontay Harris absolutely destroyed the dude on a post corner route, and Taysom Hill hit a wide open. He underthrew him. He still caught it, but I was like, that's all I need to see right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but a thrower of the football,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have it. Nobody. Nothing. That's it.
What you say, Teddy G?
Yeah, they didn't pay Taysom Hill to be a quarterback. They paid him to be everything else. So you're talking about the deal that he received. I think he's more valuable as a tight end. We just talked about Juwan Johnson being a tight end. We also have
Adam Troutman.
Adam Troutman. So I think Taysom Hill is going to add to that room. Also, he's a tenacious runner. And I think that the Saints have a player that everyone in the league is trying to copy.
Mm-hmm. Tebow.
However,
Just like Tim Tebow over there in Jacksonville.
Tim Tebow
Sean
is
Payton's
washed
trying
up.
to get Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow is washed up. He's
Sean
washed up.
Payton tried to get him a few years
Right.
ago.
I mean, I agree with
You
you
know?
there. Here's the deal. I said Sean Payton gave Tim Tebow that bright idea, right, that he could play tight end. It just so happens that was 10 years ago.
Right.
He talked to him about that.
Right.
So now you want to come back with this great idea that, hey, I can go and play tight end for
It's too
Urban
late.
Meyer. So now,
Well, Taysom Hill runs
right.
4.4.
And Taysom Hill runs a 4.9. What is
Tebow.
it?
Tebow.
Tebow runs a 5.
Tebow ran a 4.9 5 years ago.
and that means he's a 5.12 right now. Okay.
Exactly.
So I think that Taysom is being coveted by the Saints and held on to by the Saints, which I think is smart because there's not one player on the team that's more suited to block a punt, to block a field goal than Taysom Hill. With that speed that he has and the power that he has, this man squats 600 pounds in the offseason just to make himself faster than he was last year. Now, I want to speak on Jameis Winston for 1 second. Jameis Winston has thrown for 5,000 yards before. Okay,
Yeah.
I said, and I'm going to make an excuse for him, and I don't make excuses for people, but I will say this: Jameis Winston had LASIK eye surgery. He couldn't see. If you go back and look when he was playing with Tampa Bay, he would squint to look at the scoreboard because he couldn't see.
And
He couldn't see.
But he also had a knee injury that same year,
Right.
and he lost about 30 pounds.
And his coach was telling him, I don't care if
Sling it.
someone is open and
Which
flat.
one? He had about 5 of them. He only had about 5 different
Exactly.
coaches.
Exactly, my boy. Now watch this. I say, I don't care if somebody's open in the flat. I want you to take that 50-yard bomb down the field. So that probably helped with his numbers, but it also hurt with his interceptions. But Jameis Winston is being coached by Sean Payton now, who's going to tell him, just like Drew Brees told him, a completion is the game. And it doesn't matter what the reward is, it's the result. In other words, if you're thinking about if it's a good play or a bad play, the result immediately is not what you're looking for. It's the reward in the end. Right.
That's exactly why I think Jameis Winston. If you go watch the game when he played against, when he subbed in against the Niners,
The 49ers, yep.
the people, the San Francisco Niners had always have a nasty defense.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a check down to Kamara, boom, 12 yards. Then he had another throw to Kamara where I think the safety tried to shoot it up, and he squeezed it in there, and I was like, oh damn! I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. Not one play was Jameis Winston looking. Let me throw the deep ball. Let me try to impress the coaches. Let me try to show them that I could be the next starter.
Mm-hmm.
He took what the defense gave him. He was 6'11" for I think 64 yards,
Yeah.
67 yards.
Yeah.
That's a Sean Payton offense.
Absolutely.
Sean Payton had Kerry Collins when he was with the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton knows how to coach an offense, but I will say this: what I'm worried about is the defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm worried about. This
And we gonna touch on that here in a second.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
No,
I want to say one thing about that as far as the defense is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I said the secondary coordinator right now. What's his name?
I love him.
Chris Richard.
Chris
Richard.
All right.
Chris Richard.
You're looking at the next defensive coordinator of the Saints, and I'm telling you that. I said
you don't think it's Ryan Nielsen?
Dennis Allen is going to get a head coaching job next year from someone. Could be Denver, could be it could be Atlanta. You understand? Because we have Terry Fontenot in there. Dennis Allen is going to accept a head coaching job next year. And the job that Chris Richard, that means he's from New Orleans, people. If your last name is not Richard, your last name is Richard.
Yeah, that's what I
that
said,
means
man.
your family.
That's just like Justin Herbert.
It's from New Orleans.
Justin Hebert. Justin Hebert.
Herbert, Hebert is a big difference. It's
Justin
French.
Herbert.
It's French.
I said, damn, Justin Herbert looked good tonight.
Yeah.
Like, no, Justin Hebert looked good tonight. That motherfucker look good.
Cam Jordan be getting his name mixed up too. He be saying Hebert sometimes.
That's what man. Let me tell you something.
Now let me ask y'all this too, since we talking about Jameis and we talking about Taysom Hill and all of that, right? When you look at what we just talked about, you know, obviously we all agree that Jameis is going to be the starting quarterback for the Saints in 2021.
I'm excited.
Here's the thing too, when next season comes around, next off season comes around, it's pretty much. This probably going to be Taysom Hill's last year on the Saints because he's in the last year of his deal. Obviously, the Saints don't see him as being a starting quarterback if Jameis Winston wins the starting role. So this is going to be the last year of getting that, you know, those trick gadget plays, the, you know, Swiss Army knife type player. Am I right?
Well, he might be so, like, he wants to be a starting quarterback, and if training camp goes on and he's like, all right, I'm not even getting a shot, he might ask for a trade or something like that. He might not want to play, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But it shows. It does show a lot. You see Jameis with all the receivers, not except for Michael Thomas,
right?
But he's the one working out with him, and it is kind of, I'm not gonna say weird, but like Taysom. Wow,
it puts him.
If I was Taysom. Like, I'm out here with you too.
It puts him at a disadvantage because people can't see Taysom throwing the ball with the wide receivers and building that chemistry. Jameis is already building that chemistry with the wide receivers. You got guys like Michael Thomas who came out and said every day Jameis is coming out here and getting better.
Which is weird because I haven't seen Michael Thomas work out with Jameis one time.
And that's the crazy thing. But at the same time, when you look at guys like Deontay Harris, Traquan Smith, you know, they're building this rapport with Jameis, and Jameis is teaching them how he wants routes ran.
Marquez Callaway.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Marquez Callaway. You know, you obviously got Mike Thomas. I think the wide receiver group is there. They definitely can be special going into the season, especially with a quarterback that can get them the ball 40, 50 yards down the field. Those guys are not used to that. You know, they're used to everything being, you know, in the middle portion of the field. You know, there's little slants, the little dump offs in the flat. Yeah. So, you know, that's the thing. So I think with Jameis coming in, I think it's going to definitely help them. And for me, the one thing that I'm very impressed about with Jameis Winston is his leadership skills. You know, watching him practicing with these guys and teaching them how he wants a route ran, or if you go this way, you know, this is going to cause a bad situation. We don't want to put ourselves in this situation. Or just for me, he's already thinking about what is going to happen on the field and when he gets on the field. So he is basically taking control of the starting quarterback role right now.
I'm not a Jameis Winston fan.
Yeah, and I know that.
However, he is a 5-year starter in this league. That experience that he has, he's a 5-year starter in this league. I said this offense is going to be different. Mm-hmm. This offense is going to be so different that Michael Thomas is expendable. If Michael Thomas, if Michael Thomas, you know, was traded to the team that's hot on his trails right now, the Baltimore Ravens, they want to give the Saints 2 or maybe even 3 first-round picks and a player for Michael Thomas. And look, and we'll get one of them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you give me a player. And look, I
you
said
get
if
Marlon
the
Humphrey.
time that Jameis Winston is spending with these young wide receivers could pay off, because Michael Thomas was the slant king, because Drew Brees is a different type of quarterback. He's very accurate in that 5 to 7 yard, in that
not
11
to
to
cut you
15
off.
yard. Right.
Have you ever seen Michael Thomas run? I don't know if you saw the video, or I think it was yesterday or the day before, of Jameis slinging a 20-yard out route to Deontay Harris. Michael Thomas cannot run that route because he's not fast enough. Nobody's even worried about him doing that.
Right.
He's very
So
slow.
the corner will sit right there and jump that route.
Right.
Deontay Harris, very. But you definitely need protection.
The Saints' offense is going to be different.
Capable
Yeah,
of doing it.
absolutely.
Traquan Smith, people don't realize this, man. Traquan Smith, when he's healthy, he's 5, 6, 7 touchdowns. Well, he already is 5, 6, 7 touchdowns every year. He's got a crazy catch radius, goes across the middle. I've seen him get his helmet knocked off and keep running.
Yeah.
And dude, he does it. I don't really think I've even seen him drop.
I mean,
the
he's
ball, to be
averaging
honest with you.
when he's healthy and the
And
ball's
he's
coming
got
to him.
sneaky
Good.
speed. He's got sneaky speed.
Right.
Sneaky speed, bro.
If we are now in the Winston era, they are going to get Winston style wide receivers, right? Because Michael Thomas was most certainly a Drew Brees style receiver, a possession receiver, right? Marcus Colston's the same way. I said Marquez Callaway can do both. He has speed, size, he can get up. Same with Lil Jordan, Humphrey,
Humphreys.
and these other guys. What I'm saying
Well-
is that the field will be stretched with Winston, and the offense will be less predictable, and we'll be able to score quickly like we used to back in 2006, 2007, 2009.
11.
So
Right.
Yeah. So
But
this
it
is
kinda
what I
fell
want to
off.
say.
Right.
When it comes to wide receivers in the Sean Payton, I asked Bobby Abraham this 2 weeks ago. I said, Bobby Abraham, would you rather have two studs? Because this is when Julio Jones had just got traded to the Titans, and I said, Bobby Abraham, I said, man, we used to beat the Falcons when they had Julio Jones and Roddy White.
Mm-hmm.
I said, would you rather have two stud wide receivers, or would you rather have like the Saints used to have with a bunch of guys that you could almost like a basketball? 3 come in, 4 come out. 3 come in, where you got Lance Moore, Debris, Mitchell,
Yep.
a bunch of guys that
Lance
can do
Moore.
different things.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Abraham said, "Oh well, I love Andre Rison." I cut him up and said, "Andre Rison." I said, "What about Anthony Carter?" You said Andre Rison first. I said, "Oh God, I gotta hang up the phone on you now."
Yeah. That's the thing, man. I just feel like like Teddy G said, man, I just feel like the offense is not going to be predictable this year. You're going to get a lot of, catches to Trotman underneath. You're going to get Kamara getting wide open. And speaking of Alvin Kamara, PFF Fantasy Football came out with their projections.
You saw that?
Yeah, they came out with their projections this year for running backs, and they said that they're projecting Alvin Kamara to have 1,431 receiving yards this year. What's y'all thoughts on that?
That sounds like MVP numbers.
That sounds
They
like
do.
PFF. PFF plays Madden and not actual watch football. That's what it
And
sounds
here's the
like,
crazy
right?
thing: they rated that with that
Marshall
1,400.
Falk didn't even have that. Marshall Falk was the best receiver running back I've ever seen.
That's fourth in the NFL that they rank going into this year. So it's like what 1,400
Man, when they
receiving yards.
did they did that top 50, and I was like,
For a
I was in
receiver.
top 50.
For
I
a
was like,
receiver,
what are y'all
right.
watching?
Do you
Crazy,
guys
crazy.
do you guys think that with Jameis in the fold now and him winning the starting quarterback position, do you think
He
Alvin
has to win it though.
do you
by the
think
way.
yeah, he has to still win it, but do you think Alvin Kamara, progresses with Winston or he takes a step back? What do you think?
Let me say this. Let me say this. I said Taysom Hill. That's why Taysom Hill was already disqualified from being the starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw Alvin Kamara's comments, okay, when he went on the Rich Eisen show, he was with Shannon Sharp actually, and he was talking about Taysom Hill, and he said, Taysom, that's my boy and everything, good quarterback, yada yada, they're gonna have to battle it out, Taysom and Jameis.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a game when Taysom Hill started the game, finished the game, but did not throw Alvin Kamara one pass.
Yeah, he was pissed.
And let me tell you something.
He was mad.
Let me tell you something. That is why Taysom Hill was already disqualified from being the starting quarterback of the Saints, because that is the Saints' game plan. And if you feel like you're not going to throw it to Kamara in the flat and you're taking sacks and whatnot, then just like a lot of people say, Taysom is not a real quarterback. The decision making is not there.
Right.
He's very athletically gifted, but he has a level of fear that Jameis Winston does not have. I'd rather have a quarterback that say, fuck it, I'm throwing it, rather than a quarterback that's going to hold it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and take the sack.
And take the sack. Jameis Winston will throw it. Right.
I mean, I'm curious what game that was. I hope was that the game we played.
It wasn't Denver. It wasn't
Denver.
Probably Atlanta.
So,
it wasn't Denver.
Atlanta, because they played Atlanta twice.
Right.
And then they played.
So Alvin Kamara, what he said was, he says, you know what? I've been catching passing since I was a rookie, and now I have. He gave the number. He said I've had like 42 games in a row where I have caught a pass. So one day when I become in the Hall of Fame, like that's one of my records that is not continued from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
he
he
was trying
stopped
to build
my
on it.
record.
Yeah.
Now I got to start over with a running back that has caught a pass every single game of his life. That's impossible now because of Taysom Hill. It's your fault, Taysom. And I like Taysom Hill. You know what I'm saying? But you made a bad decision that day because Sean Payton, his number one employee is Alvin Kamara, period.
Facts.
It's not Michael Thomas. It is Kamara. This man has 6 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying,
in one game.
So his number one employee is Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
I don't care if Taysom Hill whips Jameis Winston ass all training camp, running over people, throwing touchdowns. If he is called into the office with Sean Payton, Alvin Kamara, if Alvin Kamara is called into the office with Sean Payton and Sean Payton say, hey, AK, who you think should be the quarterback? And then AK say, Winston.
Why? You seen what he did last year.
Because Taysom ain't throw me the ball that one game. Taysom ain't throw me the ball that one game.
Who should be the quarterback? He should be the head coach.
That's true.
That's crazy, though. Come on, man.
They can't lose what Taysom does everywhere else, right? So
I was trying to figure out which game that was.
I think it was the Atlanta game.
The first one or the second one?
I think it was
he was taking a lot of sacks in that Atlanta game.
Yeah, I think it was the Atlanta game.
And he wasn't throwing.
Well, the thing with Taysom that blows my mind is people don't realize. Don't look at his stats. Everybody says, "Oh, he's gonna be a quarterback." He fumbles the ball more than anybody I've ever seen. More than Aaron Brooks.
But you say that too, Anthony. But at the same time, people are gonna come back at you and say, "Well, Jameis throws a lot of picks." So it's like
then I come back at them and I say, Taysom threw a lot of picks. He threw 30 interceptions with Bruce Arians as his coach.
Right. Oh, we know the.
Go look at Andrew Luck. Go look at Ben Roethlisberger. Go look at Carson Palmer. Go look at these 3 quarterbacks that are considered great quarterbacks. Go look at their first seasons. How many interceptions they threw when they were under Bruce Arians? That's what I got to say. Now on top of that, they had no running game with Tampa Bay when he was there.
Right.
Like you said, he had no eyes. He was overweight, no O-line, and he had a bad knee.
Yeah. And
you know what I love about him? Is that he kept slinging the ball because he knew his team sucked. They kept slinging the ball trying to win the game.
Right.
He and Aaron Rodgers, where Aaron Rodgers was, you know what, I'd rather lose this game, but I'm not going to try to stick this in the tight hole. I'm going to check this down. That's what it is. There's a reason why Drew Brees grabbed him after we lost to the Bucs. You saw everybody. Drew Brees grabbed him and said, "This is your fucking team now." Look at him straight in his eyes. There's a reason for that.
Man.
That's
true. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, that's true.
And one thing I want to expound on about what you said, you talked about the game that all I needed to see as well, and that was the San Francisco game. You know, when Drew Brees went down initially, Jameis Winston came in and got under center, and he came with the ball out from the center quicker than I've ever seen Drew Brees do it, right? So, and then he was getting that ball out so quick to whomever he wanted to, right? And he was getting that ball out, moving that ball down the field. Now, Sean Payton made a bad decision at the end. He should have just, did something else. But, Taysom probably would have just – in a perfect world.
There's one thing. When I rewatched that game, he looked great until we were in the red zone.
So,
he tried to force it to Michael Thomas 3 straight plays.
Right. So here's my point. Here's my point. In the perfect world, the Saints will let Jameis Winston run the offense 80 yards down the field. And then when they get inside the 10-yard line, the 10-yard line, Taysom Hill is perfectly suited to take over that last 10 yards.
That is true. I agree.
Can I ask y'all a question? Are y'all familiar with, remember, Doug Williams, number 1 draft pick, went to Tampa Bay. Didn't work out with Tampa.
Grambling.
Goes to Grambling State. Yes, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Winds up going to the Washington Redskins and won the Super Bowl. It's almost kind of like that. I don't know if y'all remember this. Then with Peyton Manning, he was with Tennessee.
Right.
Didn't win a national championship. He leaves the senior year, gets drafted. They had a quarterback come in at Tennessee named Steve Morton that won a national championship rehab. Peyton Manning left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, it's not all about. I'm telling you right now, people sleeping on Jameis. I don't know why they're doing it.
But listen, I like that. I like that aspect of us going into the season of teams sleeping on us, people sleeping on us. The last 4 years, we've always, we've had these expectations of us going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. We got the team, we got the defense, we got the quarterback, we got the wide receiver, we got the running back. And what happened? And what happened? We got our hearts broken 4 years in a row. So listen, at the end of the day, I like going into a season not knowing what to expect. Because, listen, at the end of the day, if we're good, then, hey, we didn't really expect us to be good. If we're sad, then shit, we sad. It is what it is. We take our L and keep it moving to next year. We start looking at mock drafts. We start looking at players coming out. You already know it's a routine. It's the same routine every year. It's regardless if we go to the playoffs or if we don't go to the playoffs, it's the same routine. If we get our hearts broken in the playoffs, next thing is, everybody starts going off on this player, that player. Last year was Jared Cook, him fumbling the ball. Then next thing you know, it's like, all right, well, they look at the salaries and they're like, oh, well, we might not be able to keep this player, this player, this player, this player. All right, well, we need to free up this much of space.
Malcolm Brown and Jack Rabbit.
And that's
Jack Rabbit and Malcolm Brown. Oh man.
And that's the thing. And people were saying that. They were saying, oh, Malcolm Brown, Jack Rabbit, this guy. And then what happened? Oh, the Saints are $100 million over the cap. We got to get underneath the cap. And then next thing you know, the salary cap and all of that stuff kicks in, and then next thing you know, it's like, all right, the Saints are underneath the cap. They had to let go of this player, this player, this player. Then it's, oh, well, they want to get this player. The draft is coming up. We got to fill this position, this position, this position. Oh, by the way, Russell Wilson wants to be traded. Now everybody's on the same, hey, let's go get Russell Wilson. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's the same routine every single year. But with all of that being said, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I want to get y'all thoughts on the NFL allowing teams to use alternate color helmets again starting in 2022. So I want to get y'all take on that. And we got some more NFL and NBA news to come, man. So anybody watching on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate y'all. And again, Sports Overtime is sponsored by Element Beverage Drink, man. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
You're listening to Sports Overtime on Music Exchange Radio Network, your number one independent media source to go.
Show me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that, put everything I love at stake, bro. Back in the day, man, a young and I ripped jeans, couldn't afford a new pair. I had broke shoes, couldn't think about the money. I had broke dreams. Outfit was the match of a crack fiend. I was trying to be fly, couldn't take off. Clothes falling on my lost weight, dog. No jacket in the winter, had to shake, dog. I said forget it, cause something gon' have to shake, dog. Then my homie Bobby put me on a quick lick. Wasn't alive, but enough for a quick fix. Interception, I was feeling, caught me a pick six. In the snow, brick. Never killed, I ain't gonna lie, I was tempted. He was a target, but he lucky that I missed it. I was always fucking up, was a misfit. My opportunity was knocking and I missed it. Young when I hopped off the stoop, 2 doors where I floor, I hop in the coupe. Too sore from a war where I couldn't lose. Got scars from bruises, man, I got the proof. Resemble you still, cause I got the juice. You think you Tupac, let all my ass loose. Step in on next with my Timberland boots. I'm planning, I'm stable, I'm growing in roots. Since it's just a time with a kickstand, thinking of a plan to get quick bands. Falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my no quick brand. I was packing on the pound, got my weight up. Hot beef in the streets, had to stay up. Betty Crocker showed me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that with everything I ever stake, bro. Since it's just a time with a kickstand, thinking of a plan to get quick bands. Falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my no quick brand. I was packing on the pound, got my weight up. Hot beef in the streets, had to stay up. Betty Crocker showed me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that with everything I ever stake, bro. I remember chilling at one of my little chick crib by the curb, by the nut, man, cause with the fixins. A man came through, he was on some trick ish. Didn't know I was rolling, my hand was so gifted. Boy, how many times had to get him a mixed brick? Couple knocks made him drop like he drunk and we lifted. Want somebody right after I thought was some kinship. Throwing up both of our sets was ended the friendship. Get respect at the neck, my brother didn't back down. Had him standing up, then he ended the back down. His hands in my life, now they ended up flat now. Flat like a wing, let's see if he flat now. Had enough, it was up when it lasted for 1 round. KD on the bench, equipped with the tray pound. Made him run, it was funny, was scared of the gun sound. Made him he a bitch by the car, he would duck down. I ain't got no time for the fakes. The phonies, jabronis, the ops or the jakes. My homie's the only who come past the gate. I'm whacking the weeds, cutting heads off of snakes. I'm hungry, I'm eating right off of your plate. I won't eat, I'm on it, it's my fault to take. I'm stagnant, I'm magnet, I'm staying in place. The reason I'm popping is all up for hate. Since it's just a time with a kickstand, thinking of a plan to get quick bands. Falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my no quick brand. I was packing on the pound, got my weight up. Hot beef in the streets, had to stay up. Betty Crocker showed me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that with everything I ever stake, bro. Since it's just a time with a kickstand, thinking of a plan to get quick bands. Falling in deep with the quicksand. Flag on my no quick brand. I was packing on the pound, got my weight up. Hot beef in the streets, had to stay up. Betty Crocker showed me how to bake a cake, bro. Doing that with everything I ever stake, bro.
Welcome back to another edition of Sports Overtime. I am your host, Nader Murphic, alongside my co-host, Teddy G, man. We are in the mix. Big shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, everybody watching and listening on the Music Exchange Radio Network. Appreciate y'all. Teddy G, Anthony. Yeah, man.
Yes,
shout out to Soul Saint, too, man. He ain't in the building, but big shout out to Soul Saint.
He's still here in
Yeah,
spirit.
he's still here for sure.
Keep them gloves on, baby.
Yeah, man, he put
Yeah.
them gloves on for sure. Now, listen, this is something that I'm kind of excited about. The NFL released and said that they will allow teams to use alternate color helmets again starting in 2022. What y'all thoughts on this, man? What kind of helmet y'all want? I kind of want, I know they talking about helmets, but I kind of want the old jerseys to come back. As you guys can see who's watching on YouTube, I'm wearing the all gold jersey, the throwback jersey that Brooks used to wear. Aaron Brooks.
That ain't wearing the one that we got crushed by the Vikings in, huh?
No. It's the all gold one. Nah, it's the all gold one. It's a Camaro jersey. I got it made like last year.
Oh,
I know what you're saying, and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I
though.
know what you're saying.
Yeah,
And
I know what he's talking
the
about.
The Saints did have on gold jerseys
Yeah,
in
that-
that Minnesota Vikings.
But not that
Because
one, though.
my partner Sammy Knight played for him back then.
Yeah, Sammy
Yeah,
Knight.
Oh, Sammy Knight.
that was my
USC,
church member.
One of the best safeties,
Yeah.
underrated safeties. that ever
That was
played.
my
going to church,
member.
huh?
My
My
boy,
church
hey,
member.
look, my boy, shout out
Hey,
to
man,
Paul
McCluskey.
He had Sammy Knight. He's got Sammy Knight's practice jersey. And I try to steal that shit when I go back to visit.
Man, listen, Teddy G was in church with Sammy Knight. Sammy Knight was breaking people's heads on the field and then going to church with Teddy G. Ain't that crazy?
Breaking heads and breaking bread.
JJ McCluskey too. He was in there too.
JJ McCluskey. Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, his son plays for the Saints now. He used to play for Tulane University.
Oh, yeah.
That's JJ, yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
he runs like a what? He's like 4.2, 4.3.
He
huh?
runs a 4.3. He's the fastest kid on the Saints team right now. Yeah. So.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
so,
that- yeah,
so what
now-
y'all so what y'all think about these helmets, man? What helmets you think they should go to? All black,
You know
the
what?
white ones.
I want to go back to the old school, the 2009. I like that shiny gold. Not the khaki that they got now when they were the gold pants. The shiny gold. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You talking about not like the gold like when Norman Hand and them boys was playing.
Nah, I'm talking about like Tracy Porter 22, like that shiny gold. The we black and gold, not black and khaki. Like the gold pants don't look good because they look khaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold on gold look crazy.
You know, I think that the
Gold and
Saints.
black
I
gotta be
think
gold and
the
black.
Saints should go back to what the original, owner of this team, was on. Right. I said the original owner of this team was all about oil. Yeah, if y'all know what the Saints are black and gold.
I've seen it.
The
I know
original.
you about to
I
say
watched
something
it,
crazy.
The original owner of this
No,
team,
he's right.
he's all about oil. That's why the name of the team, that's why the colors of the
Right.
team are black and gold.
Black and
I know.
gold. Yeah.
So my vote is for the black helmets with the gold interior. And I ain't talking about no antique gold. I'm talking about like, you know what I'm saying, on D's code.
So
you know what
look.
I'm saying? Like throw some D's on that bitch.
So look, let's do
Cold.
let's do the
In the
all-
middle.
Let's do that. But let's take the fleur de lis off.
Black and gold.
Teddy, look, let's take the fleur de lis off, and what we gonna have is the mascot.
Soul Saint with a mouth full of goals in the middle of the
Oh
goddamn
yeah,
helmet.
absolutely. By the way,
With an afro.
Max home.
Oh man, dog! Every time you bring that up, man, I start crying laughing because
No.
this dude, when he said it the first time, I was dying laughing.
Hey, ain't no Sir Saint, Soul Saint. Yeah, that's what we want. Fuck a Sir Saint.
And every time the nigga tackle, they hit somebody hard. Woo-doo.
Yeah.
That would be tight. That actually would be
Yeah,
fire.
man.
That would be fire.
That would be great.
That would be fire. I was actually texting Cam Jordan the other day, and I was asking about the gold jerseys because Cam really liked the gold jerseys, and Cam was like, "Man, them things elite. I wish they'll give it to us." He said, "Man, the NFL not trying to let us have the gold ones, but he's like, bro, if they do, man, that's gonna be sick. So hopefully they do let them wear the
True.
gold ones,
I
man."
The
think-
NFL hates on the Saints so bad. It's crazy,
bro, that's-
They really-
You know they always
It's
hating on us,
crazy.
bro. Roger Goodell don't
Oh.
like the Saints, man.
And people out here in New York, when I tell them, I'm like, they're like, nah, you're still playing. I was like, no. Then they watch the game with me. They're like, no, you actually 100% right. That's fucking
And
crazy.
and since you
I can't believe that just happened.
and since you in New York, man, tell our listeners how big of Saints fans they have in New York. I mean, I went out there one time and they got a bar out there that's for Saints
Oh,
fans. in
bar
general.
none. Bar none. It's
Yeah.
called Bar none. It's on 3rd Avenue.
Mhm.
It's very, but let me tell you something. It's fun to watch it there. And as a matter of fact, that they split that bar with the Vikings fans. So the Vikings fans have one side and the Saints fans have the other side.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, damn. I go, damn, because I wasn't living in New York at the time. In 2009, I said, yo, what happened when the Saints busted their ass in the NFC Championship? And they go, you don't even want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
I know. Last time I went there, I remember they had like the lady in the back cooking boudin and all kind of stuff. It was crazy.
Oh, Boudin, Jambalaya, they playing frickin', they playing Pittsburgh Weeby.
Mhm.
All right, kid, they played. Oh man, it's fun. But I'm a super. I gotta watch this shit at my house by myself.
You crazy, huh?
Nobody
You
coming
curse too
around me.
much.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
You like me?
Hell yeah.
You curse
Nobody
too much.
come around me. I watch the door. I keep my old lady out. I'm like, you gotta go. I'm watching the game by myself.
All right.
They,
The man
they call me the
cave.
they call me the crazy Saints fan when I'm at the bar. So I was like, I can't be here.
Yeah,
no
bro.
more.
We don't need you going to jail, bro. Especially in New York. Them police out there. Wow.
hell
we don't
no.
need you going to jail out there.
Oh, nah.
Now, I do want to give a big shout out since we on the Saints, man. I do want to give a big shout out to their new play-by-play man, Mike Hoss. He is taking the spot from Zach Strief.
Yeah.
Obviously, Zach Strief is going to be the assistant offensive line coach with the Saints now. And he will join the booth with Deuce McAllister moving forward. I think that's going to make a good,
Absolutely.
I think that's going to make a good duo to call the Saints games.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So
Absolutely.
big shout out to him.
That's actually a very, very good hire.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie.
Now, also
Like-
too, man, on the Saints topic, Mickey Loomis came out and said that the Saints still want to sign a cornerback. As we know, they had Drake Kirkpatrick in. We all know they're tied to Richard Sherman. I don't know, man. Those two players are gonna have to get signed here pretty soon in the next week or two because the season about to start. And training camp is about to start, so Richard Sherman definitely wants to sign with a team before training camp. Drake Kirkpatrick as well. He wants to get signed on a team as well. So, hey, if Drake Kirkpatrick signs with the Saints, I definitely will break that news for you guys for sure.
And you know what it is? Chris Richard, where's he come from? Seattle. What are they like? Those big, long, tall corners on that cover three.
Mm-hmm.
So Drake Kirkpatrick, I was like, that doesn't surprise me. And even when they drafted, who I think could be a stud, the Paulson Adebo. He's another big, long, tall, physical guy. But
you think he has it though? You think Adebo has it to be the starter?
You can't tell. You really
too early.
I have no idea. I watched this film. He's really, I've seen him get beat with like smaller, like say if he plays the Rams, the small wide receivers with
Cooper Kupp. Yeah. But Cooper Kupp messes
it's
over.
Hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But my big thing is also, I love Demario Davis. But say Demario Davis either gets hurt or he takes a step back because he's getting up there in age.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have that linebacker,
Now speaking of
when you got Zach Vaughn, you got the rookie, Pete Werner. They're not proven.
And the guy that I really want back is obviously Quan Alexander. There was a report.
100%.
Yeah, there was a report yesterday that came out.
Man.
Yeah, there was a report yesterday that came out that the Rams are interested in Quan Alexander.
It made me cringe.
Yeah, me too. Because obviously we know that.
He just flies all, and the chemistry that he had with him is Demario.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, you need those fast, physical, sideline to sideline linebackers. But I don't know. I guess it's, they like the Scott Shanleys and the I don't know.
Now something. I did. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, but no,
you can...
linebackers. The linebacker, defensive tackle, and cornerback. Those three positions, like, whew.
I think linebacker we're gonna be all right. I don't think I'm not too concerned as far as linebackers concerned. I am concerned about that number 2 cornerback position. I don't want to go back to having a solid corner on one side and then having the other guy, being a Jason David or Corey White or whoever else, because we can't afford that. If that's the case, Jameis is gonna throw the ball upfield all damn game.
That's exactly.
Yeah, and then we're gonna be letting teams throw the ball all on us, and we're gonna be having to score 40 points to win a game and revert to how we used to be, going 7-9. I don't want to go back to that type of team that we used to have. So hopefully they can get.
Jameis throws for 5,000 yards, the Saints are 7-9. I'm gonna say that right now. Because there's no reason for him to. Oh, if Jameis Winston throws for 5,000 yards with the Saints for 7-9, that's because we're in a shootout every game.
Right.
Shootout. Yeah. Can't stop the run. Can't do this. But I tell you this though, I love what we're doing on the defensive line. We got nothing but 6'6", 6'7" athletes at the defensive end. With the guy we got from Kansas City, the rookie from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And people hate on Marcus Davenport. I'm like, man, you got to go watch the film.
Yeah, Davenport's going to be a beast this year.
I watched Davenport literally bend tackles like they're an accordion. Bend them.
Yeah.
He might go out on third down if Trey Hendrickson comes in and kills the tackle. I was like, Davenport is freaking working for three straight plays,
Yeah,
Davenport's a stud. I watched Davenport when his rookie season, when they came to play the Giants out here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I watched him run down Saquon Barkley on a sweep.
I saw that.
Damn.
I saw that.
Damn. That's all I was
He got the speed, man. He definitely got the speed for sure.
Yeah.
He definitely got the speed. I just feel like people hate on him, because obviously they weren't expecting the Saints to pick him where they picked him, and obviously what they had to do to go out and get him. So that's the thing that people always just hate on, is that, oh man, they call him 2 first because they say they traded 2 first-round picks and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so But that doesn't bother him though. That's the thing. Like, I've talking to him. I mean, he's been in my house. Like, that right there. Like, he even said, like, man, that doesn't even bother me, bro. Like,
he does what he got to do.
Yeah,
Marcus goes to my barbershop, man. So I've seen him.
Yeah,
man.
he's chill.
He doesn't really say much, and you know, like I've done mortgage loans for like some of his family members, and they are very protective over him.
Yes.
But Marcus Davenport is a murderer out there, right? He's a
He-
he's really
man. There's sometimes when he hits the point. He hit Teddy Bridgewater last year when he was
right.
I was with the Carolina. I literally thought he killed him. I thought he killed him. There was no flag, no nothing. It was
Yeah.
a clean hit. I said, God damn.
Well,
I
you
said,
know,
that's why when this guy is on the field, this defense is totally different.
Unfortunately, the Saints have no plans on keeping him. Okay, that's why they drafted Peyton Turner. What they're gonna do is they're gonna replace these defensive ends every 5 years, right? They're gonna draft one every 3 years. Why? Because they are so expensive.
Right.
I said
It's
once
same
you
exact with the
and
offensive line.
look, how much did Trey Hendrickson get paid
Yeah, he got guap.
from Cincinnati?
Too much.
Too much, right?
Too much.
So the Saints
much.
are just going to find the measurables, the wingspan, which Peyton Turner has the largest wingspan of a defensive end in that draft. All right, let's get him. He's fast. He has that Davenport type, you know, Jerome, you know, the freak. What was his name? Jerome Curse. What was his name?
Yeah, Jerome Curse.
You know, I mean, they go for the measurables, and that is what Jeff Ireland and that is what Mickey Loomis and they're on right now. All right,
They've actually done a phenomenal job, right?
but that's how you build a champion, right? Because that's
And
what
the
that's what San Antonio Spurs were doing for the longest time. You couldn't come on this team unless you was shooting over 40% from three. Right. I mean, we don't care about how you look. We don't care about your social media, nothing like that. What kind of endorsement? What kind of endorsements you got? Can you shoot the ball?
I
or
would
not?
have. I would have made that team. I ain't lying.
Can you shoot the ball or not?
If they ain't worried about social media, I would have made that team.
They had the Admiral. They had the Admiral, and they had fucking Tim Duncan. Two long defensive players, guarding the rim.
Yep.
But
And they
what
had.
is
And
Tom
who else? Who
Brady-
they
what is
had?
Tom Brady.
They had.
I mean,
what?
Patty
They-
Mills.
Patty
I mean,
Mills.
Yeah.
Sean
Oh,
Elliott. Who else?
Robert
Manu
Horry.
Ginobili.
Robert Horry.
Ori.
Oh, there you go.
Man,
Tony
they had that.
Parker.
Shooters.
They had that.
They
What's
changed the
that?
game.
What's that white guy that used to always
Twitter.
stay in the corner, shoot threes? I forgot his
Yeah,
name.
man.
Burn something.
And then you got the Red Mamba they had.
Oh, Brett Barry.
Yeah,
The red.
Brett Barry.
the Red Mamba, man, because he was redhead.
Oh, no, God. Yeah. The Red Mamba.
The Red Mamba. Ain't no such thing as a Red
Okay,
Mamba.
This dude.
They call it nigga copperhead. You know.
But I do love the Saints defensive line, and I love Ryan Nielsen coaching.
Yeah.
But my big thing is, those guys, they'll be great on third down. But first and second down, man, I think somebody's gonna be cut during training camp or whatever. We're gonna pick them up, maybe a Damon Harrison, you know, maybe somebody like that. But we need somebody to clog that hole. This defense is the only way they run and they operate. They're well, and they do well is we stop that run.
We're talking about defense right now, right?
100%.
Do
Yeah,
you-
the
right.
defensive line actually. Yeah.
Look, there's a name that resonates with me on the defensive line, and it's definitely the reason why the Saints were willing to get rid of their first round pick. We're not paying you, Sheldon Rankins, because we have a third round pick named David Onyemata, who
He's a stud, but
who doesn't get hurt, right? I said, Sheldon
Never.
Rankins, you pop your Achilles 1 year, and then the next year you had a knee. I said, this guy, David Onyemata, we knew he got caught with the weed in Kenner. You from Kenner, huh, bro?
I'm from Kenner. And let me tell you something.
David Onyemata
He
got
never
caught.
catch me,
He,
he
he
gotta
got
take the
caught.
wall.
He got caught. Let me being honest. He got caught with the herb in his house, right? He had it flown through the
In his
mail.
house.
Yeah, they mailed it to him. They mailed the weed to him, and Kenner police knocked on the door. But guess what?
course
The
they
Saints forgave him. That's how good he is. The Saints
Right.
forgave David Onyemata. That's how good he is. And then they paid him. You see?
That's true.
I said, what I'm saying.
No, that's
I
true.
said, who's the guy that got, had the DUI and went to sleep in his car? P.J. Williams, right? Twice.
And they paid him twice.
And they paid him.
Gave him the same contract
If you
over and over.
good, if you good, the Saints will keep you even if you get into it with Kenner PD. Okay? Because it is Kenner, bro. At the end of the day, don't live in
Kenner,
Kenner.
bro.
If you want to do that, go live in Destrehan. Go
Well,
live in
well,
Destrehan.
I'm
Don't live in
about to
Kenner.
mess y'all head up.
Only thing I live
I'm about
in
to mess y'all.
Brooklyn.
I'm about to mess y'all head up. He got caught with weed by Kenner Police, right? Your
Right.
boy got caught with DUI.
Right.
He still got signed with the Saints.
Right.
They both signed back with the Saints. Got big deals from the Saints.
It's about to be legalized anyway.
And I got my issue on Twitter, and I signed with the Music Exchange Radio Network.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and got paid by the Music
Oh, yeah.
Exchange Radio Network.
Oh,
so
yeah.
big
Yo,
shout out to all the haters.
Yo, this shit's legal in New York. I go on the train in the morning, 5 a.m.
Yeah.
People burning. I'm like, damn, it either smells like dog piss, cat piss, or some fucking fireweed out
They
there.
smoking that Reggie
But
out
nah,
there,
I
huh?
love
That, that outdoor.
No,
That's not
they ain't
indoor. That's
smoking-
outdoor.
They smoking
ain't
that Reggie.
no
They ain't smoking that Bin Laden.
No,
They smoking
they
that
ain't
Reggie.
smoking that. They was smoking that Reggie. I be selling it to them.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that sound effect. Oh yeah.
Now look, let's
Our producers are in.
Yeah,
they
they-
listening. They enjoying this.
yeah,
y'all.
they doing their thing.
So, y'all.
So look, let's talk about NBA. Let's talk about the NBA, man. Before we get out of what we got. How much time we got, Don? What we going up to? Let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, let's
Yeah.
talk about NBA news
Make it
and
happen.
what's going
All
on
right,
in the
I can't
NBA
wait for this.
playoffs because
As a matter of fact, I'm watching the game right now.
yeah, because it's going down and Trae Young ain't playing. So we're going to talk about this NBA news. We're going to talk about Dame Lillard, maybe to the Pelicans. We're going to get
No
into it,
way.
man. So y'all stay
We got
tuned.
all the picks. You can have all the picks.
Yes. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all listening to Sports Overtime on the
All right.
Music Exchange
Go.
Radio Network.
You're listening to Sports Overtime on Music Exchange Radio Network, your number one independent media source to go.
Won't make it happen, nigga, holla at me. 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 Won't make it happen, nigga. Let's get it started. I can fuck shit up on a Bacardi. You could call it. I be damn it from that one deadly deported. Glock 40 with 2 other clips stuck beside me. I call it cannon. New improved dog bitch for the 90s. I keep it real. Niggas don't want let me ball and chill. Fuck with the trill. Still, they'll get a nigga killed, so I keep him close. I don't know him. I met him on my jokes. Cut through them on Magnolia. Leave body parts on Willow. That's how we do it. 6 coat soldiers off top. Keep them cocked without having second thoughts to pop. Uptown, that's where I was born and raised. Chastised by veterans in the Army Brigade. When I grew up, I wanted to be just like them. Look at me now, retired veteran, soldier slim. A lot of soldiers made it and a lot of them didn't. It ain't easy being a soldier, takes a lot of weight splitting. I'm forgetting ghetto living to the day that I die. Fabulous, dangerous, when 195. I got scuffled like Holyfield, but I get ill like Mike. With them niggas sticks I bite, what I write, I bite back. Picture that, nigga raw dogging it. Got the industry on lockdown and I'm hogging it. I got what you're looking for and what you want. Huh? Don't play no games, you know your do's and don'ts. What? Won't make it happen, nigga, holla at me. 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 Won't make it happen, nigga. Nigga just shot my dog double crosser. Beef his own, hit his own, tweaking for leaking domes. Make it known when I come home, clear the whole corner. Somebody gon' die when me and my own man ride. You niggas jive, spooking think man, my dog won't kill ya. Had you down bad, I should've let my dog steal ya. Bust the rise, realize, we crucified, homicide. Searching for me with the Chinese eyes. Gold grill from the back to the front. Mask on, done a walk by. Ain't got my blast on, see me. When I beat, I can't sleep. I creep, lay low like a sniper and day and night, hoping I catch my prayer right. I hate the light, but I can't run from a gunfight. Soldier type, and I refuse to lose my life. Been enticed by the devil, but I love Jesus Christ. So what that tell ya? I'ma kill ya if I have to. Think it's a game when it ain't no fun. Then laughter blast y'all. Ass think it goes like Casper. Bout it. I just ain't no good ass rapper. Won't make it happen, nigga, holla at me. 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 Won't make it happen, nigga.
In the project, studs up, slinging for cheese, head busting, and the nigga holding them keys, puffing weed, daily, thugging in public. Bitches give me head, cause the hoes, they love me. Say goodbye to them bitch niggas, they work for the feds. I can't be caught with you when they bust your head. Ski mask with 100 rounds, looking for fire. Downtown niggas clan, watch them niggas inspire. We ride, 4 deep, and the caddy was suave. I don't love head busting, I'm just doing my job. I reveal it's what I scream, looking for danger. 100 rounds in my chopper, releasing my anger. Now,
won't make it happen, nigga, holla at me. 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 Won't make it happen, nigga.
Damn. Make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Make it happen, Captain. I say Sports Overtime is brought to you by Element.
Element Beverage Club, man. Shout out to them. We got the Element Beverage Fest August 14th, man. It is going down in a major way. Make sure y'all in the building. Me and Teddy G will be in the building. The whole Music Exchange Radio Network is going to be in the building. The Element Beverage Fest is August 14th at 6 o'clock at the Southern Food and Beverage Museum, 1504 Rita C. Haley Boulevard. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, man, on Eventbrite. Tickets are $25. They will have live entertainment by The Scandalous, Teresa B., Lisa Amos, 21st Century Brass Band, and DJ Captain Charles as well. Plus food vendors, cash bar, raffles, the whole works, man. So it's going down in a major way August 14th. So y'all be in the building and get y'all tickets on Eventbrite. Now, Teddy G, we got about, 11 minutes left in the show. So we got to run through this NBA news pretty quick. So, and we still got Anthony on the line as Anthony Tadlock, our special guest. But let's talk.
By the way, whoever does the commercial break music, they need a raise. They killing it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You got me jobbing and we, man, I love it.
He laughing at you. He said he like what you saying.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, you got to make it happen.
Yes, sir. Now, let's talk
make it
about
happen.
this. So, Pelicans are interested in Dame Lillard, man. What would you give? 5 picks, 5 first-round picks? Give it to him?
Yeah. You know, I mean, when you give up Anthony Davis, you create an opportunity to get an all-star or a superstar, right? An all-star, you give up 2 or 3 picks. 2, 3 little picks,
It is what it is.
A superstar, right? You giving up 4, 5 picks and a player, right? So if we make a deal with Portland, we're probably going to have to send Ingram to Portland along with 3 picks. And that probably may sound very disrespectful to Brandon Ingram. But look, bro, this is Damian Lillard we talking about. This is Dame Dollar we talking about. We haven't had a player like that since not even Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, okay? So if we can get Dame Lillard and Zion
together,
I'm going to tell you like this here, championship, period. Because LeBron only got 2 years left of meaningful basketball. 2.5 maybe, right? And you got KD, and they going to run off their 2-3 championships. But after that, Ja Morant ain't winning no championship.
you think Zion going to still be here by all of that?
I'm talking about in 3 years, he will be here, right? In 3 years, he will have to be here. But what I'm saying is that if you put Dame on this team, Zion ain't going nowhere. Because at the end of the day, you might want to play in New York all you want, but at the end of the day, Dame Lillard is better than anybody that's on the New York Knicks.
Facts.
He's better than anybody that's in Los Angeles. So at the end of the day, if Dame comes to this team and you have to give up Ingram for it and a few picks that you gained from the Anthony Davis trade,
do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'll be honest with you.
Dame Dollar.
Leave me Ingram. Leave me Ingram. Leave me Lonzo. Give me a good coach. Give me a coach. Because nothing happens unless we have a great coach. You don't want to talk about Chris Paul, Anthony Davis. What about Monty Williams?
Monty
Let
Williams
him
is a
go
great
right.
coach.
Let
He
him
should
go
have been
right.
coach of the year. He should have been coach of the year.
First off, I don't think Dame's coming there. I think he would not. I think he would be not be toward the trade. He just said, I'm not going to play for the Wolves. But he doesn't need to come here because I think we do. These guys are 22, 23, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a good coach, a great coach.
Okay.
That's all that matters. Look at Greg Popovich. New Orleans. It's not a market where players want to go play. Neither was San Antonio back in the day.
Okay.
But you have a great coach and a great organization and a great GMs or whatever, to where it just don't make a difference.
Watch this.
You know what I'm
Do you think Penny? All right, let's talk coaching then. Do you think? Let's go down the list real quick. Do you think Penny Hardaway would be a good coach for the Pelicans?
I think they lost their coach. He went to Portland. That's why that's who needed to come in.
I think honestly, I think the Bucks assistant coach Charles Lee is going to be the next Pelicans coach.
He is going to.
I think that's just honestly that's the right man for the job.
Yeah.
To be honest.
This is breaking news. I said Jacques Vaughn has pulled out of his name of the competition.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because he felt like Charles Lee was going to get.
Wait up, did he? Oh, he pulled his name out of the
pulled his
Pelicans
name
competition?
No, he pulled his name out of coaching in general.
He
He doesn't want to be a head coach anymore.
well,
So Charles Lee is going to be the favorite to be the new Pelicans coach.
Now the dark horse is actually
Becky Hammond?
Teresa Weatherspoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I like
she's
her.
already on staff.
Mm-hmm.
She has head coach experience, of course, with Louisiana Tech University.
Right.
But still, nonetheless,
She could coach them up.
Zion loves her dirty draws, okay?
Oh,
and if
come on,
Zion
man.
is happy, Zion loves
Hey,
that woman.
Me, I like the dirty drawers. Zion likes the dirty drawers. That's me.
Who does Zion love best in this world?
His mama.
His mama.
Yep.
And I can tell
Well,
you.
it's the same here, but
I can tell you. I said he looks at Teresa Weatherspoon as
But can I
like
say
his
this?
mama on the court. He said that. Okay? So I'm telling you, do you know how much money the Pelicans would save if they made that historic coaching hire to be the first African American woman
I don't
head coach in the league? Obviously, you sound like you don't feel like the NBA is ready for an NBA female woman head coach.
That's not what I was gonna say. That's
You
not
go ahead
what I
on
was
say
gonna
it.
at
Say
all.
it. No pressure,
Not even
dog.
close to what I was
No
gonna.
pressure.
Not even close to what I was gonna say. I was gonna say we will be ready because you know why we have the best ownership. Gail Benson is not letting this team leave.
Mm-hmm.
She will hire whoever Zion, who the best player is. He's gonna ask him, say, who would you like to hire? Witherspoon, whoever. Has nothing to do with any of that. Who does Zion Williamson want to coach and who is he comfortable with? Because we cannot let you leave. Just like we let Anthony Davis leave. Just like we let Chris Paul
Well,
leave.
he's very comfortable.
I'm not selling this team.
Right, true.
Well, listen, and it can.
True.
And
He's very comfortable with Teresa Weatherspoon.
if
That's
y'all-
what I'm telling you.
And if y'all think about it, you can look at the example with the whole Blazers, right? Dame Lillard wanted Jason Kidd.
And that's
Jason
why he
Kidd
went out.
went to the Mavs.
Right.
So
Wow.
now Dame. So
I
now.
didn't know he
Yeah. So now Dame Lillard wants. So Dame. So
He
Dame
wants
wants to be
out.
out of. Portland. So you could have that same situation with Zion. You got to go to Zion and ask him, yo, who do you want? Do you want Charles Lee? Do you want Teresa Weatherspoon? If whoever he wants, you give Zion what he wants and you roll from there. Because you don't want to have that conflict of interest where he's on the court. Yeah.
What do y'all think about best fit for freaking Ben Simmons?
Gender.
Huh?
I didn't hear you. You say it again?
Best fit for Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons?
Man, don't nobody
Washington
care about
Henry
no
said-
Ben Simmons, man.
Yeah, I'm good on Ben
Don't
Simmons,
nobody
bro.
want to care about.
I mean,
don't
I'd
nobody
rather-
care
I
about Ben
don't want
Simmons.
him coming. I don't want him.
I'd rather have Teddy G than Ben Simmons.
Listen.
I'm just being.
You know,
Oh.
bottom line, I'm standing up for the women right now because BET just had their awards and it was all black women, right? Black women just taking over, right? You feel me? Man, you gotta have a shout out to the women, man.
He just shouting to women. He
Look,
put. Listen, so nobody gets it wrong. He just did that because the BET Awards is poo. They trash.
He giving wah to Lil Nas X for what he did on the BET Awards. 'Cause that boy
All I was
there.
gonna say was my mom had me at 17 years old, single mother. That's the reason why I
All
love
right.
sports is my
Dear,
mom. So
hey,
shout out to
dear
my
mama. I'm just saying that Brandon Ingram and also Zion have openly said that Teresa Weatherspoon helps them to evolve their game. They really respect her as a coach.
She knows how to motivate.
And Gail Benson just happens to be a female
owner.
What
Right, so-
what I'm saying is that it would not surprise
Full
me
circle.
one bit.
Full
It wouldn't
circle.
surprise me one bit if all of the other coaches were saying, elevate,
surprise.
promote Teresa Weatherspoon.
Yeah, because
and give her that opportunity.
as you guys know, it only takes that one team to do it for other teams to start doing it.
Because Becky Hammond has had several interviews,
Right.
but she hasn't been hired. And the only team that would hire her is the team that she's been an assistant coach
The
on
Spurs.
for years.
Yeah.
It would have to be the Spurs.
Now, let me ask y'all this before we get off, because we got a few more minutes. So, man, we still got a lot of topics, but we're going to run through them. I'm just going to ask y'all questions and just give me yes or no. So, first thing, Master P, as a coach for the Pelicans, yes or no?
No.
Teddy G, yes or no?
Man, come on, man. Master P making cereals right now, man.
He making rap snacks and
making
cereal
wrap snacks,
and
potato chips.
Yeah,
and all
he's
that,
a
man.
he's a hustler.
Cinnamon
I ain't gonna
Toast
lie.
Crunch.
He got
make him say crunch. I don't know what he got. You taste these
Make 'em
cinnamon,
say,
taste this toast crunch, and it makes you say.
Yeah, yeah.
Now look,
Well, hey, Kamara got his own cereal
Yeah,
too, and that cereal is actually good for you. It's
Kamara-
kinda like, you
yeah,
know,
Kamara gonna come out with
brand of oats.
Kamara gonna come out with another brand if Taysom Hill don't throw him
Yeah,
the
man.
throw him the ball.
yeah, man. You know, Drew Brees got beat up in the locker room after he said what he said. If he don't throw Kamara the ball, I said what I said. I said if he don't throw Kamara the ball, Taysom Hill gonna have some rumbling going around.
Yeah.
That motherfucker behind.
Now
I
look,
tell you.
the Suns lost last night at home. Now the series is 3-2. They're going back to LA. Is the series over or what? Because it looks like the Clippers gonna win the next game, and this is going to Game 7. So you guys think it's going to Game 7?
It's Marquise Morris and Pat Beverly play like they did last night. The Suns in trouble.
Trey
I'll say
Young.
that.
Trey Young is out. However, Ty Lue has to be in consideration for the coach of the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
If you coming back from a 0-2 deficit twice in the same playoffs,
Three
and
times.
win the series, right? And so now you were down 3-1. You've won this last game, and it looks like the Clippers have figured out and have actually, this is what I wanted to say. I said Devin Booker has been punked, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I didn't think it could happen. Because
Punked by who? Beverly?
I mean, if somebody say, bro, if I crack your nose right now, will you be able to look me in my eyes tomorrow? That's what's happening, folks.
Yeah.
I said Patrick Beverly and crack this man nose. This boy nose is like this right now. You understand? And they expecting him to still play basketball against this dude. Like, look, Beverly, you can't fight him, because Beverly is a different type character. He's like Dennis Rodman, but this tall.
Beverly comes out of Chicago, one of the best high school players out of Chicago.
Right, exactly. So he's like,
They got a
bro,
long list of hoopers too, bro.
We got somebody in the studio that look like Beverly.
I'm going. That boy look exactly like, man, come put your face on that. That boy look exactly like Patrick Beverly. And Patrick Beverly, his head don't never grow.
No, when you Google his picture, you're going to be like, that's me.
You don't know what he look like? Oh, say, bro, come put your face in real quick, dog. He going to show you, dog. People going to be, all right. All right, hey, at the end of the show, he going to come and fix the microphone and watch how he look. Patrick Beverly all day. That boy Beverly a gangster.
But Marquise Morris, he couldn't miss a shot.
And let me tell
Couldn't
you,
miss a shot.
he's look, Ty Lue is the coach that, this is Patrick Beverly, people. All right? That's it.
Hold on, but Ty Lue has the best.
I guess his hair is growing. Okay, so listen.
Ty Lue has the best winning percentage of any coach.
He's doing a great job.
Elimination.
Hey, since Allen Iverson stepped over him, he's been doing great for himself. All right? Since Allen Iverson stepped over him, he's been doing great for himself. I said, now, Patrick Beverly is doing such a great job. He was mentioned by Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday said, I'm going to start picking up people full court like Patrick Beverly is doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he had to do that for them to get out of that Brooklyn Nets series. He said, when I saw how Beverly was guarding people, I'm turning up my intensity because I'm trying to get to the finals. Okay? So shouts out to Patrick Beverly. You know, the reason why this series has changed is because the Los Angeles Clippers are bullying the Phoenix Suns right now. Now, Chris Paul is the one that's going to change that, you know, in the next game that they play, because he's not going to allow his team to get.
He's not 100% either.
He's not. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's dealing with some injuries too, and just came
From
out of
the
COVID.
the Lakers series. I can
Right.
tell
So it's
back in the
definitely
COVID, his shoulder, when he
Right.
fell last night after that, which they say was a foul, maybe it wasn't a foul. When he landed on his tailbone, he landed on his shoulder.
and that's
You saw his and for Chris Paul not to get up, you know how tough Chris Paul is. He played with the Hornets for a while. He's tough. For him not to get up and do that, it wasn't a game like you're watching soccer.
it's tough, man, because the
Yeah. He was
Clippers,
hurt.
the
He was
Clippers,
hurt.
yes, sir. The Clippers are very well coached, and so once they figure you
100%.
out around that third, fourth, fifth game,
That's why they always go down
They
it's over
almost
0-2.
for you. It's
But
over
that's
for
why
you.
they always go
almost
down
do the
0-2 and they
rope-a-dope.
come back because they figure them out.
They almost do the rope-a-dope. They almost do the rope-a-dope Muhammad Ali. Swing at me, let me see what you got. And then boom, now it's game 3.
Let you
Yep.
tire
That's right
yourself
where I
out.
want you.
Yep.
That's
Let
right
you
where I
tire
want you.
yourself out.
So let me ask y'all this before we get off. So who y'all got winning this series? Clippers or Suns?
I kind of want to go. I'm leaning to the Clippers. I ain't gonna lie.
Clippers. Who you got, Teddy G?
I
I
put
got
my- go
Phoenix.
ahead.
I got Phoenix.
I put my money down on the Suns a long time ago. So like I said, I believe in Monty. I believe in CP3. You heard me? No, I put my money down on the Suns back when it was like a good,
Yeah, he did.
way back, like
did.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
So, you know,
Yeah, it was a good.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, they up 3-2, right? I think that they didn't come out with the intensity because they was at home. They felt like, oh, we win this game, it's over, right?
Right.
I say, you know,
That boy Cam Jordan flew
you
out
know,
there to
I
go
want
see it
this
too.
to go on record. I want the Pelicans. I want the
Is
Pelicans.
Paul George the number one? Is he number one?
Well, my
Is he
last
number one
name is
now?
George, and I've been telling people for years
Oh,
that
there you
Paul
go.
George is my cousin. Okay, so y'all want to talk about playoff P, pandemic P. Paul George is a
I don't
top
say
10
none of
player.
that. I just watch
He's a top 10 player in his league. I don't care what nobody says.
100%. 100%.
But there's confusion when him and Kawhi are playing together. I don't think that they're the greatest teammates.
They're too similar.
That's why Los Angeles paid Paul George last year. They paid him a lot of money
Yeah.
to stay for 4 or 5 years. So Paul George, that's his team. It's not Kawhi's team. Kawhi is
think
going to
so,
go.
too. I think so.
Kawhi is going to go
100%.
somewhere.
He going to Golden State.
He's going to go to Golden State with
Kawhi-
Steph,
Kawhi's
just to piss
Kawhi's
LeBron
going-
off. Just to piss off
Kawhi's
LeBron.
going to the Knicks.
Huh? Kawhi Leonard's going to the Knicks.
Kawhi's
No.
going to the Knicks until his name limit. Watch. Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard are going to be on the Knicks.
Oh, you must be a Knicks fan. You live in New York, don't you?
I'm not a Knicks fan. Watch.
But you live in New York, though. So you've been hearing stuff on the subway.
I can't
Listen
stand
to what I'm
I can't stand the
saying.
Knicks.
Listen to what
I
I'm saying,
can't
bro.
stand the Knicks. I'm
You
a
know what I
Kobe
want?
Bryant. I'm a diehard Kobe Bean Bryant fan.
Ain't nothing
Ever
wrong with
since
that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know
And
what I'm saying?
I just watch for the fun, but
Ain't nothing
Rest
wrong.
in peace to Kobe,
telling
man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But
Oh,
I do
God.
think the Brooklyn Nets are going to win like the next 3 championships if they stay happy, and stay healthy.
they better with all that
right.
talent.
That's
They
what
better.
KD said he want to do.
Well, look, man, it
But-
was a good show.
Absolutely.
Man, we touched on a bunch of things. We went over on the time, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take the charge on that. Don P, charge it to the books for me,
All
bro.
right. I said the Olympics. I want to finish with this. The Olympics are coming up, and this is going to be the first Olympics that's going to be sponsored and powered by Black Lives Matter. It's going to be so interesting.
As it should be.
Boy, let me
it
tell you
should be.
something, boy. That national
Terry-
anthem gonna
Terry-
be that national anthem is gonna be sweating out you. You heard me? I say Black Lives Matter. Big, they gonna have a
Big,
lot to
back
say.
home in New Orleans, they might say.
The whole world is gonna know that black people are not happy in America right now, and we're gonna get some things changed and fixed. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yeah,
That's a world. That's a
Definitely.
global stage.
definitely, man.
1,000%.
But listen, Anthony, man, we appreciate you coming on Sports Overtime, man. We touched on a lot of
My
topics,
pleasure.
man.
Thank
You dropped some knowledge on our listeners, man. So big shout out to you for coming on. We definitely got to get you back in the future, man, especially when the season starts, man. We got to get your takes on what's going on.
I
with
had
the
a
Saints.
blast. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you. Great talking to y'all. Y'all have a great night.
All right, man. Thank you so much, man.
Grab that air conditioner. It's hot out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's why I put
yeah.
that tweet
Later,
out today.
brother.
Boy, it's
All right, man.
alligator weather. Alligator weather.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Later,
So
bro.
big shout out to Anthony, man, for coming on Sports Overtime. I also just want to give a big shout out to Teddy G for always holding it down with me. Also, too, man, next week we're going to have a big show. We got another big show lined up next week, man. We got my boy Ro coming in. If y'all don't know who Ro is, obviously he trains these kids to be boxers. And so he has 3 kids that he's training at the Spartans Boxing Club that are qualified for the Olympics, man. So big shout out to Ro. We're going to have Daron Easom, also known as Greedy, in the building. Tevin McKee. We're also going to have Raheem Taylor, who's also known as Dream. Robert Williams, who is Robbie. And then J. Daniel Williams will be in the building along with Coach Ro next week, man. So we got a big show. We definitely got to show mad love to the youth, especially making it to the Olympics, man. And that's awesome. So big shout out to them. And big shout out to Element for sponsoring Sports Overtime. Again, the Element Beverage Fest, August 14th, is going down. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Other than that, man, that's pretty much it. We'll see y'all next week, same place, same time, here on the Music Exchange Radio Network. We out.
Hey, yo, so
Whoa, now, what it be like, T?
I heard the Who That Nation want us to do a song together.
For sure, let's do this.
Check it out.